Hello, welcome to the crossover. Kings fans, I reckon, might be the only ones tuning in after that performance from Melbourne United. Damon, Lowery and Anneli, Maley, so great to have you on the crossover. Bronze medalist and star at the Bendigo Spirit. Great to have you on the crossover.
Thanks for having me. I just thought I'd bring my presence to the boys' club.
No, it's good. We need to balance things out, keep Damon in check. So, not only are you now crossover friends and colleagues, you're also coach and player. So, can you talk us through Coach Damon, and then Anneli, what she's like as a player?
Well, look at that. That was in Singapore.
You love to see it.
Asia Cup. Wow, that was glorious times. I actually cried after that photo was taken. The girls got a silver medal in Asia Cup. So Anneli was voted into the All-Star team, and like anybody that knows Anneli, Maley knows her spirit is just next level. She has the work ethic of 5 humans. She's just a joy to be around, and makes a coach's life real easy.
Best thing about Damon as a coach?
Oh, look, he just said some pretty nice things about me just then. But no, he's a player's coach. He's a player's coach. And I think that most of the stuff he says is pretty relevant, and it's said in a way that we can kind of understand. And his pre-game speeches, probably top of all the coaches I've ever had a pre-game speech. He cries before the games as well, so you know. Where's
the pre-crossover speech getting us fired up?
I might have to bring that in next week.
All right, so massive win to the Sydney Kings over Melbourne United. Go to John Cain Arena, where they've only won one of their last 12 games, and they absolutely stuff Melbourne United. We've got the star of the show, Xavier Cooks, with us on the crossover. Xavier, congratulations. Let's not beat around the bush. Let's get to the main point. That dunk. Talk us through it, please.
Wow, I got him, man. I saw him come over late, and I just jumped, and he contested it, and I got him good.
What goes through your head as you're doing that, knowing that this could be one of the moments of the season?
Please go in, please go in. And then I had no idea it went in, and then I celebrated, and then I found out it was an and one, so I was pumped up.
Anneli and Damon are here. Take it away.
Hey, Xav, it's Anneli, Maley here.
What's going on? How you doing?
Hey. What was the preparation like going into that game? Like, what was the game plan for you guys to perform like that?
Just take away their shoes they have and then plug the paint for the other guys, and just play hard. Like, we were a little bit tired from the Brisbane game, so just bring that energy tonight, and we bring it early and took them out of the game early, which was good for us.
Xav, Damon here, man. Damn, man. Damn. I was worried about your shoulder, man. You cocked it back so far. I'm thinking, don't hurt yourself. Hey, but look, you playing next level basketball. You was my preseason pick for MVP. That's not changing. Talk to me about what it's like. What's your mentality like going into a repeat season, trying to get that back-to-back chip?
Just staying aggressive. Do what works for us well. We play really well when we're sharing the ball and doing the little things, and no one's playing selfish. So I got to try to get the team involved and not get too selfish. But it starts with defense. We're doing a great job on defense lately.
So 14 wins in a row on the road. Zay, that's an NBL record. What is it about this team that excels when you're together away on trips?
To be honest with you, man, that's mostly last year's team. We've only got, 2 on the road for this year, but it's a cool little record and all, but it's 2 different teams. But this year we're going to try and thrive on being a unit on the road and sticking together.
Zay, your point guard play, man. You running pick and rolls, you bring the ball down, you're at the top of the key, you patting. You've worked on your 3-point ball as well, but talk to me about this point guard play, man.
Man, we got one point guard as Derek Walton. I'm just doing a little bit of ball carrying, but I've always been the kind of guy that's multi-skilled and all that kind of stuff, and I'm doing whatever the team needs me to do.
Hey, Xav, so your 3-point shot, man, what did you do in the off-season to get it that consistent in these first couple games?
I shot it. I got reps up. I played over in New Zealand, got my confidence up, but hey, it's only, one game I shot the ball well. No way to get carried away just yet.
Just quickly, Xav, is that the best dunk you've done for a while? Best ever? Where does it rank?
I haven't seen the video yet, but it felt like the best I've ever had, but we'll see how we go.
You'll enjoy the video, I reckon. Just get
Sounds
it on repeat. We appreciate your time. Great win tonight.
Thanks for having me, guys. I appreciate it.
Xavier Cooks with us on the crossover. Absolute superstar, Damon. Is he the best Australian player in the NBL?
Yeah. I mean, you tell me somebody who's better. He does everything. He's a stat sheet filler. Plays the right way. Plays with the right spirit, with the right attitude. He's a leader. He's everything you want in a player. 91-71, the win for the Kings. They're top of the NBL. 3-0, 23 points, 9 rebounds for Xavier Cooks. What a star. He was with us on the crossover. Up next, plenty more to come, but for now, it's Sports Bet.
Welcome to At the Line. Well, round 1 is in the books, and what a round of basketball it was. Round 2 was smack bang in the middle of round 2. I want to have a look at the championship market before round 1. Let's look at who was the favourite going into the season. The defending champs, of course, they deserved their title. They deserve their mantle as favourites going into the season, $4.50. The Bullets, interesting. I can't see it, but that's the market. $5. The Sixers are there at $6 and the Wildcats at $6.50. But now let's have a look at what the market looks like right here, right now. The 36ers, Adelaide, they haven't even played an NBL game yet. They have jumped to the top of the pops. Equal favourite with the Wildcats and the Kings. Such is what the 36ers did to Phoenix. The market has reacted swiftly. Brisbane is still there at $7. Melbourne United at $7. That's a short enough quote if you ask me. And the Phoenix at $7.50. So a very interesting championship market there. Now let's go across and have a look at the MVP market. Now Derek Walton Jr. and Bryce Cotton, I think these two are going to fight it out. They're going to slug it out all season. Cotton $3.50 into $3 on the back of 23 points and 12 boards in round 1. Derek Walton, well, he had 32 points and 8 assists in his first ever performance in the NBL, if you don't mind. So he's at $5. And then down the bottom of the page, you can see Craig Randall II at 12 and Robert Franks at 12. The 36ers teammates, just be wary on Randall. He's good enough to win the award, but he might be in the NBA. There are teams looking to get after him, so just make sure he is coming back with his 36ers teammates. That's the MVP market. Now let's have a little look at this same game multi for Melbourne and Sydney. It's a big one, but I reckon we can get the job done here. Derek Walton, 32 points in round 1. He's going to go north of 16.5 here, surely. Isaac Humphrey's got to stay out of foul trouble. If he does, he'll go north of 6.5 boards. The Sydney Kings, they deserve to be favourites. They are favourites. They'll cover the 1.5 points at the handicap there. And the total points over, these two teams, I'll get up and down. There'll be plenty of threes, there'll be plenty of dunks, plenty of layups. I like this as an attacking, offensive game of basketball. So that's the way we're playing the same game multi. $9.75 if you don't mind. Enjoy the game. Melbourne v Sydney, old rivals, should be an absolute belter. And if you're having a bet on the game, gamble responsibly.
You know the score. Stay in control. Gamble responsibly.
The Kings rightly sit on the throne as defending champions. 91-71, their victory at John Cain Arena. DJ Vasiljevic with 15 points today, but frankly, the damage was done in the first half. 34 points was the margin at halftime, 57-23. That's the biggest margin Melbourne United have ever conceded in a first half. It was quite simply a sensational victory by the Sydney Kings. Anneli and Damon, it's great to have your company. I'm Drew Jones, you're on the crossover. Damon, I'm going to throw it to you because you've got someone in your crosshairs. In fact, you've got a whole team.
Melbourne United. Seriously, what the hell was that? Everybody's gassed up watching this game. Everybody's dropping what they're doing, making other plans for the big Melbourne-Sydney game, and you guys turn up and dish up that. 3 imports, one of them being a self-proclaimed best new import in the league, debatable, a 7-footer, and CG43, an Olympian. And you guys go out there and give up 34, down 34 in 20 minutes of basketball. I'm speechless. No, I'm not. You guys were so bad. Now, look, I know sometimes things happen in the season of basketball. I get that. I've been on the other end of some bad losses. But there's no way on God's green earth can that be tolerated. Dean probably got you guys wearing helmets in training the next training session, mouth guards, elbow pads. Something needs to shift if you guys are going to be taken serious. Because right now, we can't take you serious. So to the entire organization, Melbourne United, that's everybody, harden up, fellas. Not good enough.
Anneli, have you been on the end of a beatdown like that before?
I definitely have. And I think I'm going to be devil's advocate here. I actually do think there's some positives to come out of this. Okay, hear me out. They got to play some of their bench players, so you're working on the depth of the group, and they kind of didn't completely flounder after the second half. So the bench mob got together and they put together some good plays. It only ended up being a 20-something point loss, so it wasn't all doom and gloom. I agree with you. Yes, they need to harden up, but there was some positives that came out of it.
Feels like the core of Melbourne United isn't quite clicking like it has in previous seasons. And really, Damon, since they came into the league, they've been a really good franchise in the NBL. Can they fix this?
You know what it's like? It's like when you get a puzzle, but the pieces, you got like 2 different puzzles and you got the pieces mixed up. Something don't fit. I'm looking at this lineup. I'm looking at the way it's constructed. It doesn't seem to fit. Now, obviously not having Ari Hookporty there, obviously it was a blow. But the guys that are there, there's enough talent. We clearly see the talent, but for some reason the pieces are not fitting. The guys need to go back and have a look at themselves. Dean got to work out a whole new game plan. Something's going to suit this group because right now, they're not tall, they're not big enough. The imports are not scoring. I just don't know what they need to do. They might need to. Shea Illy, does he make that big of a difference? I don't know. So it is worrying signs.
How's Rajon Tucker's call looking right now?
Like garbage.
It
looks like a bad call.
The self-proclaimed best import.
Now look, you can see the talent. Ain't no doubt about that. But again, don't tell us about it. Show us. So right now it hasn't been shown.
So earlier today we had a cracking game. It went to overtime between Brisbane and Tasmania. Both teams desperately needing a win. Anneli, and it was Tasmania who got the job done at Mybank State Arena, and they, boy oh boy, needed it.
Yeah, Tassie are actually my favourite team to watch. I actually think Jack McVeigh is my favourite player in the league. He has so much energy. He just kind of hypes everyone up, and it's fun to watch, and everyone kind of gets around, and he opens up a lot of different things for everyone else. Like he gets the team going, and when he's shooting threes like that and he's pumping up the crowd like that, like they're going to win games, and they're going to win these clutch games, especially down the line.
They were down 16 points, Damon, and honestly, it looked like they were going to fall to 0-4 after half-time. Scott Roth must have had some words of wisdom for.
Yeah, I don't know what was said at halftime, but the Tassie team, the Jack Jumpers, showed that spirit that they showed last season. I was worried this year, and he made a call. He took Josh Majette out of the lineup, barely played him in the second half, if at all, and let Milton Doyle gave him the keys to the car.
Yep.
Trusted Sean McDonald, trusted Jared Weeks, but Milton Doyle reminds me of a Darnell Meek. Darnell Meek from Adelaide 36ers back in the day, not quite as tall as Darnell, but a sneaky, slick ball handler, can finish around the hoop, can hit the 3-ball, and he showed his entire arsenal today. Milton Doyle was extremely impressive, and if you ask me, he's the point guard of that team.
So they go back to the factory of sadness with 0 wins for the season, Damon. So 90-86 in overtime to win for Tasmania. Milton Doyle with 32 points. Tyler Johnson, 6 of 7 3-pointers, nearly got them over the line, got them to overtime, but they don't get the win. Now, Aaron Baines played 19 minutes, 51 seconds for the game. He played 1 minute 53 in the fourth quarter and 0-0-0 in overtime. Is that a surprise?
I think so. I think they could have used the presence on the inside a little bit more, especially when things were getting hard. They could have used that inside-outside game, kind of taken the pressure off the three-point shot. And don't get me wrong, they shot the ball well, but adding Baines in as an inside presence can just change the pressure on the ball handlers. Things will flow easier. I just don't understand it.
Surely a man of that experience could have been useful in that time.
Aaron Baines can't play more than 20 minutes in an NBL game? What are we doing? What's the point? Hey, look, all big men of Australia, you guys are becoming an endangered species. It's like it's a contract out on the big men. Nobody wants to play a big man these days. Aaron Baines, what else does a guy need to be able to do to stay on the floor? So James Duncan got some issues. The team, everybody was kind of hyping Brisbane up. I did too, because I thought it was going to be used in a way. But right now, it's some major problems going on in Brisbane, and having Baines on the bench is one of them.
Bullets chemistry may be an issue, not on this side of the crossover. You guys are killing it. Up next, your Who Ya, Damon, and we preview Monday Night Hoops. It's Perth and Cairns coming up tomorrow. We preview that next. Welcome back to the crossover. The winners today, the Sydney Kings and the Tasmanian Jack Jumpers. Now, Damon, the way of the Navy SEAL.
Yes.
This is your segment. Hoo ya.
Yes. Hoo ya goes out to my man in WA, LT, Luke Travis. The sixth man of the year. You're making a market for sixth man of the year. You know why? Because you shouldn't be the sixth man. You should be starting. But that's beside the point. Luke is a stat sheet filler. 14 points, 7 rebounds, 4 assists in, 2 minutes? Maybe half a game. Luke's doing everything. He's fresh off of his Cleveland Cavalier draft pick, straight out of Summer League, coming out here, he's hitting threes, he's getting blocks, he's getting steals, Drew. He's doing everything. Luke, my man, good to see it happening. This is the last year in the NBL. I almost said WNBL. Last year in the NBL for you, big fella. Hoo ya, Luke Travis. J for you. Off the glass.
Don't worry about it. Good to see him repping the Mo. As am I on crossover. So Luke Travers, Willetton boy, my Wildcats beating your Illawarra Hawks, but knocking down the three-point shot, Anneli, a new string to his bow.
Yeah, he hasn't even reached his ceiling yet. Like, how exciting is it to see even the improvement from last year? Like, it's going to be awesome just to see how he even progresses this year alone as confidence continues to pile up.
Okay, so Damon, you're hot on this. The hashtags?
Yeah.
Hashtags for it?
You know what? It wasn't just me. I'm throwing Gibbo in there too. We got a little thing going on. Got a few hashtags.
There it is, free LT. Yep.
Free LT.
Cleveland
is watching.
And this is the last one. It's a bit of a mouthful.
What did I say there? Oh.
Can an NBA draft pick start?
What does a guy have to do to start? Can an NBA draft pick start? So now he's doing everything, and it's good to see.
So we get to see him in action tomorrow night at the Snake Pit. It's the Cairns and the Wildcats. So both unbeaten, 2-0 to start the season. Looking forward to this one, Monday Night Hoops.
Yeah, look, I like the way that Cairns play. And I'm going to say this, I have a bit of an unpopular opinion because I've been hearing some people say that McCall is erratic and out of control, but I think he's just intentionally aggressive. I think there's a difference. I think there's a massive difference, and I think that he controls the way that they play in a really aggressive way. It's not out of control and it's not erratic. It's amazing and it's intentionally aggressive.
Keanu's entering the matrix right now. He's playing so well, isn't he?
He is too. Some Pinder power is going on. We need to talk. We need to have a chat with Keanu, but he's aggressive. Like, I'm loving everything he's doing. He's bringing energy from the opening tip. He will get the tip ball, and then we'll go down and dunk it in the same possession. He's highly efficient in the post. He's too quick for the bigs. He's too agile. Look at the spin moves. I mean, stuff like that you're seeing on a regular basis now to Keanu. It's just great to see. And I don't put anything past this Cairns Taipans team. They have a style of play that I think is going to give everybody trouble. You got shooters everywhere on the floor, and they play with high energy.
Bryce Cotton didn't have to do a lot for them to get the win against Lowery. Good sign for the Wildcats.
Like they said, anytime you can win without your main stud being a main stud, that just shows you the depth in the team. And Perth have that winning DNA.
We're looking forward to Monday Night Hoops. Anneli, can you confirm or deny that for a short period of time you didn't know where your bronze medal was?
I can confirm. I found it in my basketball shoes a couple of days later, but I think I put off looking for it because I didn't want to know that I had lost it. But it's found now. It's found.
And a pretty precious bit of silverware there, or hardware for you at least. Damon, is that expected sort of behaviour from Anneli?
I'm not surprised because she might have played up a little bit after the game, but no, that will not be the last of her medals, that's for sure.
Just quickly before we go, winner tomorrow night, Wildcats and Cairns?
Cairns.
Cairns?
Yeah.
Okay.
Taipans, let's go.
We've really appreciated your time on the crossover. Should be a belter tomorrow night. More hoops Monday night. NBL we look forward to. Enjoy.